Hey there, Chad here for the AI Content Dojo. In this video, I want to show you a way that you can get Jarvis to write about things that Jarvis doesn't know about yet. And this might be applicable, for instance, if you have a niche topic for your blog that's just kind of a little bit obscure, like the internet just doesn't know that much about it, or it's really, really new and Jarvis just has no idea what it is either. Because I think Jarvis was trained up to somewhere around 2019 or something, is when the last time GPT-3's sort of knowledge, I guess, has been updated. And so you might be seeing a scenario where the content just isn't coming out. You know, like you type in your leads, you have a paragraph or so in there, but it's just not producing relevant content to your topic, to your niche, or to your product or something like that. And see, Jarvis is based around a language model, so he does have the ability to talk about things that he knows. Keep that in mind. Talk about things he knows, right? So it's been trained up to 2019. That means anything kind of after that, if it's new during that time. Or maybe there's just not enough information out there, so he doesn't know that much about it. It makes it a little bit difficult for Jarvis to write about it, to help you write about it. But there's a way to kind of get around that, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. First, I want to show you the compendium for two reasons. One, I want to make sure you know about this. The compendium is where I kind of collect a bunch of natural language requests that you can make of Jarvis. Let me just zoom out here real quick, kind of toggle down all the helpful content. It's kind of like the instructions part of these commands. Toggle it down so all you can see are the commands. But we have things like accomplishments, acronyms, article briefs, book titles. These are all different kinds of things that you can ask Jarvis. I mean, of course, there's almost an infinite number more, just whatever your creative mind can come up with. But I wanted to do this because I have something specific. Let's see. Homies. Here. Actually, let me just copy the whole command out of here for it. And we'll zoom back in here. And first, notice that what I did was filtered to questions, right? And then one more thing I want to show you before I leave the compendium. If you check this out, it says enter your topic. Like, let's say it was ramen in Tokyo. Look at that. All these things kind of update to ramen in Tokyo for you, unless it doesn't make sense to you. Like down here where there's a, it's kind of like for the above. Nothing to update there. But anyways, the whole compendium does that. So if I take this away, we got ramen in Tokyo. Ramen in Tokyo. So your topic gets applied to all the commands, so you can just copy it out and use it. Okay, now here's what I want to show you. So Homie is this fictitious kind of like maybe sort of a lightweight pop-up tent, comfortable sleeping, it's cold resistant, wind resistant, that kind of thing. And let's say that Homie is something that I created. It's just fictitious. It doesn't actually really exist. So of course, Jarvis knows nothing about it. So if I take this stuff away, if I just cut this, and I got Homie here, and I think actually Jarvis doesn't like the word Homie, but let's just see. Give me some questions for the above, which should just be Homie. Yeah, see, it sees it as some kind of, let's see, Homie. Well, I guess, okay, well, let's just do this. Since I can't show you exactly if we're just down to one word, let's just do this. Let's just realize that Jarvis doesn't know what Homie is. So I have to spend some time to actually describe my product. If you were writing a blog topic, a blog about something that Jarvis doesn't know, you'd have to spend some time to describe what that topic is first. Maybe you could put it over here in the content brief. That way it would be available throughout the entire article while you're writing. But spend some time. Just tell Jarvis what it is. So now that I've told Jarvis that Homie's patented design pops up in seconds, it can probably try to kind of formulate what it is, and we can run this, and we should get some questions. Yep. Yeah. So it can tell that it's some kind of a shelter that protects against the weather, the elements. And we got some really good questions from that. Let me back up here a little bit and just show you. If you hold down Shift, Command, Enter, this gives me a list of questions that's going to stay there, right? We can do this, turn this into a list. And since the command stayed there, and if you watch the video about context, you know that from the point where the command is, up gets used in the context, not down. So none of these questions will be visible to Jarvis while he makes up questions up here. Makes up questions based on, which means this needs to get added. So we can run this again and again and again and again. If, like, pretend that maybe this was your product and you just wanted to see if you can find a list of questions maybe that potential customers might have. And looks like Jarvis is a little tired right now. It's taking him a little while. He's probably pretty busy. But this is just, I just wanted to be a really quick video actually, just to show you that, just to kind of explain that, hey, you know, when you're writing about something that Jarvis doesn't know, just spend a little bit of time to feed him some information about it. Once that's been seeded in your content, and he'll realize what that is throughout the whole writing process, especially if you put it over here in the content brief. And that's because when you do compose, the content brief is always used throughout, no matter where you are in your article. So if you recall from the context video, if you have a really long article, then the context kind of gets too long, right? And it'll get truncated at the top. But the article brief, the content description brief, shortly calls it an article brief. The content brief is always going to go. So if you put in your description of your product or your topic over in the content brief, then Jarvis will always be aware of what that topic is. All right. Well, it looks like Jarvis doesn't want to cooperate anymore in this video, but I think I got enough to show you that what you got to do is just spend a little time to put your thoughts into it. And at first, you might notice that Jarvis still kind of wonders a little bit, especially for blog topics when you're doing your compose. But in the first couple of paragraphs after you've described your topic, as long as you edit and kind of bring it into your voice and fix the problems that he comes up with, eventually he'll be catching on, especially because in boss mode, Jarvis can see way back, 2,000, 3,000 characters. And so that would really help him. And that's how you write about things that Jarvis has no clue about. And just tell him what it is first. Pretty simple. And yeah, that's it. And so I hope that if you're not a subscriber or you haven't purchased Jarvis, that you go down to use the link in the description below. If you do purchase through that link at no extra cost to you, the Jarvis crew will give the AI Content Dojo a small commission to help me keep doing these cool videos and guides for everybody. And if you're not in the AI Content Dojo Facebook group, you should be. We kind of talk about stuff. The compendium was filled with a lot of ideas from people in there. And I'd love to see you there and just chat about these AI tools and see what we can do for content workflows and stuff like that. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, take care.